Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for November the 12th. Pulling one card per sign. Y'all know, if you've been watching me for a while, that if you know your sun sign, this will just give you a little tidbit of information really quickly. If you know your moon and rising, this will give you a little bit more. And if you know your other planetary placements, this can end up being a pretty juicy video for you. So, let's get with it, right? Let's get on with it. Thank you guys for being here. Remember, there is a contest running, so put comments down below or a comment down below to participate in the contest. Aries, what we have showing up for you guys is the star card in reverse, and the star card in reverse is just telling me that you're having a little bit of a hard time figuring out what direction you want to go or what purpose you want to be moving towards right now. So it's a time to a good time to stop and sort of sort things out and get some clarity for yourself. All right, so that's Aries. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Taurus, you guys have the Sun card showing up in reverse. Sun in reverse is telling me that what is this actually telling me for you, Taurus? Yeah, so Taurus, I feel like you're in a situation where you have a lot of support, encouragement, upliftment, and things are going well for you to the point that you feel like you can be supportive and encouraging and uplifting to somebody else. So passing along some very positive vibrations to help somebody else come into a place of more positive vibration and productivity for themselves as well. We like it, we like it. Next up, Gemini. Gemini, Five of Pentacles in reverse just means that either your budget is coming into a looser space, maybe you're getting something that you were making payments on paid off, maybe you're getting a raise, maybe you are getting, some type of one-time payout, but budget is coming into a little bit of a looser space than it has been, and also things socially for you are working out better, socially in general, so not necessarily having to do with romantic, although I wouldn't take it off the table, but just in general, socially, things are getting better for you. Okay, so money's getting better, socially things are getting better, and then let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, you guys have the Empress showing up in reverse. This is just telling me that today you may be focusing more on what you're afraid of or what you don't want rather than what you do want. We don't want to do that. We want to focus on what we actually want out of life. Otherwise, we're going to end up manifesting those things that we don't want. So let's focus on the positive. Let's focus on those things that we do want so that we can manifest those things that we do want. For me, this is a card that talks about focusing on the negative to the point that we receive exactly what we don't want or exactly what we're afraid to receive into our life. So like I said, we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're shifting our focus to what we actually do want. Leo, 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 Two of Swords. Making a decision today, making a decision today. And I think that you are making this decision pretty confidently whenever this shows up in the upright. This just says that you are listening quite aptly to your intuition and letting that guide you as you're making this decision, even though you may not have all the tangible evidence of information that you would like to have. Your intuition is leading you the right way, and you are following that intuition. We like that. Next up, let's look at Virgo. You know what? No, let's wait. That same card is going to be right there. Let's talk a little bit about intuition and how you know if you're hearing from intuition or from your own ego. So intuition is going to be something that comes in when you're feeling more calm, and it's going to come in kind of quietly. When we're hearing from our own ego or when we're listening to trigger, that is something that the message kind of more or less screams at us on the internal. Our voices scream at us about something. That's generally not intuition. Intuition is not a screamer. Intuition is much more polite than that, if you want to look at it that way. So I think that you're not making this decision from a triggered place or from a place of ego, but a place of intuition. Okay, that was Leo. Now let's look at Virgo. Virgo, Queen of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Somebody got this yesterday. I don't think it was you though. Queen of Pentacles just means that you have been sharing your energy very generously with somebody in your sphere of influence. And that energy could be your money. It could also be your time, energy, effort, resources that you have. So you've been sharing with somebody very generously, and what you're realizing is instead of actually helping this person to get ahead or move forward or do something productive in their life, your sharing has actually made this person more dependent on you, which is pretty much the opposite of what you were hoping for with this situation. So what you're doing today is you're cutting off that generosity, so that this other person will stand on their own 2 feet, or at least that's the hope anyway. Okay. I do feel like for some of you, this other person isn't going to be so much standing on their own 2 feet as much as they're going to be finding somebody else who will share their generosity with them. Okay. So next up, let's look at Libra. Libras, you guys have the Five of Swords showing up here. Five of Swords is just telling me that there's somebody that you're having some type of argument or debate with today, Libras. So, you know, choose your arguments wisely. Make sure that if you have to have an argument or a debate with somebody, that it's actually something that is worth arguing or debating about. Okay. Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio's Ace of Swords in reverse. This just means that we are passing along good information to somebody in our sphere of influence. We may be mentoring somebody, guiding somebody. We may be running an orientation class at work, but just passing along good information. We could be teaching our little one how to tie their shoes. All right. So that's for Scorpio's Sagittarius. Ten of Cups showing up in reverse. Sagittarius, this is just telling me that you have something that is making you happy and making you feel satisfied and abundant, and you are looking to up-level that or upgrade that in some way. This could be a relationship, or this could be a resource of some other kind. Either way, you're looking to upgrade so that you can have more happiness, more satisfaction, and more fulfillment out of this situation at the next level. All right. Looking at Capricorn. Page of Swords. I do think that you are, I'm going to say what came to me first. I think you're looking into new information. There's something that you are studying about or digging into for information, finding out about. And we can see with these little light bulbs going off here that, you know, this is something that really helps you to understand things in a very rubber meets the road kind of way, in a way that you can apply it to your everyday world. Okay. Who's next? Aquarius. Five of Wands showing up in reverse. Aquarius, this is a card that tells me somebody is trying to suck you into their drama. They're trying to suck you into their drama and make you be a part of that. And what's going on here is you are keeping your distance. You're not going to be a part of somebody else's drama. No, thank you. All right. Next up, we have Pisces. Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. Okay, so Pisces, this is really digging for information. And digging for information under the surface, digging for information that people may not really be voluntarily giving you. So this is some type of detective work that we see going on here. And for some of you, I feel like you know that the way that you're going about digging for this information is not really above board. And there may be repercussions for how you're going about getting this information. So just, you know, be careful with that. Be careful with that. Make sure that, you know, when you think about this later on and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you like what you see. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. So that's what we have today, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to working with some of you personally later on today, and the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out, everybody.